Hi, Southern California. Happy Monday. Welcome to a brand new work week. The heat is on out there big time. No matter where you live in San Diego or Imperial County, you're feeling the scorching temperatures. They'll be with us all week long. Also today, as noted, a little increase in monsoonal moisture. We've seen some showers and thunderstorms developing over the San Diego County mountains early this afternoon. Some of those were strong at times, producing some lightning strikes and heavy rain. They have since fizzled. We could see a couple of more showers heading into the latter part of this afternoon and through this evening, though I'm not real optimistic the coverage in the mountains is going to be widespread, especially because we've already used up some of our fuel or instability for the day. But nonetheless, here's 6 o'clock and still a few isolated showers or a rumble of thunder possible in the mountains through about sunset. Bigger picture, though, as we turn back to the heat, it's all about the ridge of high pressure, of course, this time of year and its strength. Right now, it is very strong. It's located over West Texas, and you can see because it's so close by to the southern plains, there are heat alerts in effect from Dallas all the way down to Austin. Meantime, out west here in Southern California, we have new heat alerts we need to talk about. So you'll remember yesterday there was that extreme heat watch out in the San Diego County valleys along the coastline as well and in the mountains. It has been replaced. We now have an extreme heat warning that begins tomorrow morning and goes all the way until Friday at 8 o'clock for anywhere that you see shaded in purple in San Diego County. So that includes the valleys, Escondido, down through La Mesa, along that 15 corridor, up through the mountains. We're talking about Julian Pine Valley, Borrego Springs, the desert floors, and then in Imperial County, you also have an extreme heat warning that goes until Saturday night at 8 o'clock. What about the coastline? You're not spared from the heat either. Heat advisory there in orange begins tomorrow morning, goes through Friday. So Carlsbad, Encinitas, Solana Beach, down through downtown San Diego, Chula Vista included in on that. What that basically means is there's not going to be much relief along the coast. Here's a temperature check here at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Notice we're in the 90s for most of us, 92 in Escondido, 92 right now in Julian out in Imperial County. Of course, it is toasty. 107 in Brawley, 106 in Salton City. Today, temperatures are actually a little cooler than where they were yesterday at this time. There is an increase in humidity, and with that increase in moisture, temperatures are down a bit, but the feels like temperatures, oh boy, they're way up there. It feels like 121 degrees in Salton City. Just terrible. Feels like 115 in Brawley, feels like 113 in El Centro, feels like the 90s in Escondido right now. And yes, even along the coastline, temperatures running a couple of degrees above their actual temperatures. It feels like that is. So here's what you need to know with the weather headlines heading into the rest of this week. Obviously, a dangerous heat wave is underway. It's going to peak here for us Wednesday through about Friday. On top of that, along the coastline, because it's so hot, there is a inversion with the marine layer, which means that marine layer along the coast, I'm talking 5 westward, is about 500 to 1,000 feet off the ground. It's forming at the surface. So that's going to lead to some patchy, dense fog during the overnight hours and during the early morning. It could affect your morning commute. Take it slow. And then finally, in the long-term forecast, you'll see it in the 7-day, there is a cool down on the way. Let's take you into Futurecast, break down these numbers a little bit closer. So here we go into tomorrow afternoon. This is at 3 o'clock. The humidity starts to decrease ever so slightly. You know what that means. Temperatures will start to go up. So 116 Brawley, same with El Centro. We're at 112 in Salton City. 90s for the mountains near 100 in Escondido. Temecula 101. We'll be in the mid to upper 80s along the coastline. Remember that heat advisory takes effect. Wednesday through Friday, this is our peak time for the heat wave. So here's Wednesday afternoon. We're pushing 120 in Brawley, same with El Centro, 116 in Salton City, Borrego Springs not far behind, mid-90s in the mountains. Along the valleys, we'll be in the triple digits, most likely 102 Escondido, 101 La Mesa. Yeah, it is going to be really, really hard to deal with this heat, especially if you don't have air conditioning. We need to think about our vulnerable population, right? The elderly, some folks who don't have AC, there are cooling centers available. Looks like we'll make a run for the 90s along the coastline, both Wednesday and into our Thursday afternoon as well. So here's a look at Thursday at 3 o'clock. We're going possibly 91 in Carlsbad, 105 Escondido, 103 La Mesa. This is just brutal. 118 in Salton City, 120s from Brawley down through El Centro. Limit your time outside. Heat is the #1 weather-related killer in the US. Friday is going to be hot too. And then we do see a slow cool down in the extended forecast. Here it is for you. Starting with the deserts and Imperial County, 112 on Tuesday, 115 on Wednesday and Thursday, though I think we might be a little higher than that. Going to have to update that possibly later, depending on the data. Friday, we're at 113. Extreme heat warning continues through Saturday. Some indications there could be a push of moisture Friday into Saturday along the desert floors and through Imperial County. So not ruling out a thunderstorm. And then also the more cloud cover we see, the lower the temperatures. 110 on Sunday. And then there's that cool down I talked about, 109 by Monday. In the mountains, the extreme heat warning takes effect tomorrow. Another chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm on Tuesday afternoon. We're in the mid-90s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Spots like Pine Valley could make a run for 100 degrees. Julian will more than likely be in the mid-90s. 91 on Saturday. And then finally cooling down as that ridge kind of takes away its most powerful part from Southern California and slides to the east a little bit. 88 Sunday, 87 heading into next Monday. Finally, for the valleys here, look at the extreme heat warning going through Friday. Record 102 on Thursday. We're at 99. The record for Friday is 102. Our forecast high is 100. I think we'll either tie or break some of these records. 96 on Saturday, and then starting to cool down by the end of next weekend. Monday, we finally see some 80s back on the map. Along the coastline, no escaping the heat. Heat advisory begins tomorrow, and again, it goes through Friday. Notice the temperature trend, 88 on Thursday, 89, close to 90 for Friday. The record on Friday is 91. I think we could try and tie, if not break that record. Record for Saturday is 88. We're at 87, so we're very close. And then cooling down, we'll see a little bit more in the way of the marine layer heading into next Sunday and Monday. Stay cool out there and enjoy the first part of your week here.